Now that we have added the hotspots under engagement zone and help desk, it's time to create our virtual help desk. That is the page where you end up on when you click on this hotspot here that says click for help. So this is the page where you don't see anything as of now because we've not configured it, but with a few clicks we're going to turn this into a completely decked up help desk with branding, and we're also going to add a chat that allows you to interact with your attendees, resolve their queries. So all of that is possible with Platoo, and I'm going to show you how. All you need to do is click on page configurations under help desk. Go there and click on the page configurations tab that is present on the left. The third option, we're not going to be covering chat and hotspots now, but we'll go and create a help desk first. So you follow the routine and you just add a page configuration here. You enable that from the settings and you go to page title and you rename that as help. So you can call it anything that you like, but I like to call it help as we're creating a help desk page. So we're going to go ahead and pick a template. So just a reminder, we're going to be sharing all these ready templates with you so that you can get started as soon as you register with us and create your own event. There we go. We're going to open that and the default template has been set. You have the option to add your video like you did with the lobby page, and the process to do that is very simple. Select what kind of what platform do you want to source your video from. Put that URL here from the platform, put in the coordinates that you will get from Paint. So I have my image open in Paint here, and this will give me my XY coordinate, that is my left and top coordinate. And once I just go ahead and do that, it should give me my ratio as well. So these are the values that you will need. I'm sure by now everybody knows how to do this. Put in the URL there, put in all the values, put in the width and height, put in the left and top coordinates, and just save in case you want to add a video. But we won't be adding a video for this session. We'll be adding a creative onto Platoo, onto the help desk. So to do that, I'm just going to sponsor logos. Just follow the process that you would follow to add a static image. I'm just going to call it slot 1. I'm going to choose the banner that we're adding, the reception backdrop that we have created for this slot right here. And I'm going to put in the values for that slot from my spec sheet that I have ready here, which we will also be sharing with you. So just go ahead and put those values here. Go to the width and height section and you should be good to go. Let's save that and let's see if that is reflected onto our page. We've added a banner and we've added a help desk page that has been completely configured. So you see that the banner is slightly off the hook. So we're going to have to fit it into the frame. I'm just going to go here and I'm going to quickly check to ensure that the coordinates have been entered correctly. And it says 697 and 333. So I'm going to change that to 697 and 333 in the back end. So let's change it to 697 and 333. Let's hope that solves our problem. And there we go. And it is now in the right place. So this is your help desk where your attendees are going to be redirected to in case they have any problem or any query that you can assist them with. Now we're going to add a couple of standees onto this environment here. Doing that is very simple. It's the same process that we followed for adding static images. And I'm going to go ahead and add this as standee1. I'm going to choose the file. There it is. And then I'm going to open my page, and there you go. So these are the options that I need to configure. If you see, um, this is the value that you would get. You could position it anywhere that you want. Uh, because I want both of them to be on the same side, I've gotten my designer to give me the exact coordinates, but you could, really just, there's a simpler way to do that as well. You can just click here and draw a line from here, and then you could record the coordinates from this point, that is 145 and 613, and the coordinate from this point to ensure that both your standees are placed in the correct order. So you put this value as your top and left, and then you draw this box out here, and it should give you. Now when you're drawing this box, you have to make sure that this is in the exact same proportion as to the proportion that you have created your standee in. In my case, I already have that detail from my designer, so it is 204 by 400. So you need to keep that in mind when you're setting in the proportion for your creative. And you can play around with the left and top axis that you're selecting to go ahead with. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and use the data that I have on hand, and I'm going to quickly add these two standees onto my given page. So let's go ahead and add the left standee first, and I'm going to go ahead and put in the values here. 198 and 392. To save and add another, so we're going to add both the standees together. This is going to be my second standee, so standee 2, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the right standee this time, and I'm going to fill in the values from my spec sheet. So there you go. It says 1504 and 539, so 1504 and 539, and the width and height ratio is 204 and 400. So 204 and 400. So there it is. I've added the standee. I've added both the standees, and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to see what happens on my page. And there you go. Both of your standees have been positioned, and your help desk branding is complete. It's time to add our chat widget onto our help desk so that all the attendees who navigate to the help desk, who have certain queries that they wish to resolve, can use the chat to address their problems. To do that, all you have to do is go into the admin portal and click on chat hotspots under help desk. So that is the first option. So you click on chat hotspots, and it shows you this window where you go and add a setting. You enable that. Now, fill background color is basically it's going to configure the button for your help desk, and it's asking you for the background color that you wish to apply there. So since we're dealing with a slightly darker shade, I think white would work perfectly here. I'm just going to take the code for white, and I'm going to paste it here, and I want the text color to be orange, so I'm going to pick a shade of orange and put that here. So I've set the background for my button to white, and I've put the text color to orange, and I want my button to read as help, so I'm going to put help there. So that is what will be displayed on the button there. Now what you see here is a chat widget code. Where do we get this widget code from? So we'll need to register into a website that is talk. So just go on to talk.to. I think I entered the wrong path there, so it's talk.to. This should lead us to the talk page. There you are, and You can always sign up for free. I have an account, so I'm just going to go and log in. You can always sign into this account, create a free profile. It's not that difficult. It's just like creating a Facebook profile. And once you have created your profile, this is how your dashboard should look like. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to pick a chat widget from here and embed that into our help desk. Now, doing that is very simple. So we're going to run through all the features and everything that is possible on Dock. But first, we're going to have to create a new chat. So what you're seeing here under properties is all the different chats that I have on my profile. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a property here to create a new chat. Now let's call this as Platoo help, and let's put the site URL as platoo.in. So you want your chat to be displayed, you want your property to be displayed by this name here, so that you can keep a track of all the different properties that you would have eventually when you start using the platform. And you want the site URL to be platoo.in because it is going to be displayed on your front end. So click on next, and this should create that property for you, and this should give you a link that we need to copy. So this is the code that we need to copy, and just click on done. It's as simple as that. Don't look at all the other options that you're seeing right now. Just follow that basic pathway, go to properties and click on add properties, and then all you have to do is put in your property's name like we did for Platoo. Let's say I'll create another one just for you to remember. Platoo help 2. Want that to be displayed on Platoo as well. This is the widget that you want to copy. Since we have done that already for Platoo help, I'm going to exit that. You should be able to see Platoo help here. So this is the page that we created. This is the widget that we copied. So we're going to go ahead and add that widget here. And we're going to have to select the position that we want. So it's only going to ask for the top value here. So your top value can be, because your left value becomes 0 by default, your top value can be anything that you wish it to be. So I like my help button to appear here. So I'm going to pick 375 as my top value. So I'm going to go there and type that here, 375. Show in left or right, you can select that. I like my help button to be visible on the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and save that now. Let's see if our front end picked that up. And there you go. There is the button that we just created. And if you click on that, you should be able to see the chat. It's as simple as that. So now you have embedded a chat, but this looks, this does not look very nice with the rest of the page. So I want to change certain elements here. So doing that is very simple. You just have to click on your property, that is Platoo help. Make sure that you're clicking there and just go to this administration option in the bottom left tab of the window. All you have to do is click on administration, and it should open this page right here. What you need to do now is simply go into the first option that you see in this column on the left. The first option is chat widget. You have to click on chat widget, and this is the widget code in case you need it again. But since we've already copied that, we do not need that. We could change the chat widget name from here, and we could change that to help. So we have changed the chat widget name to help as well, and we have made the widget status active, which is the default setting. You don't have to change anything there. You don't have to do anything here, and this is where you can change the color. So we want it to be in a shade of orange. So we're going to move it to that section and then select something that would match the backdrop of our page. So I think this is a pretty good color. I'm going to go ahead with that. So it picked up that shade, and this is where I can edit the content from. So what you're seeing here is we are live and ready to chat with you. So I want that to be changed. So I'm just going to click on that. Simply clicking on that enables you to change the text. So I'm going to write in, hello, welcome to Platoo. How may I assist you? So this is the text that is going to be displayed on our front end now. So this is when your chat is online. This is the text that is going to be displayed. When you're away, this is what it's going to be displayed. We will be back shortly. So that is what will be displayed when you're away. When you're offline, it will just give you this default form. This I think is good enough. We do not need to change that. So your user have to, your guests just have to fill in these details to submit their query to you in offline mode when you're not manning doc. And pre-chat form is, hello, welcome to Platoo. How may I assist you? So that is what we changed here. So it's the same formatting, and that's good to go. So we have edited everything that we wanted to edit here. All of these are settings that you do not want to touch, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything is checked and we're good to go. So we can go back to Platoo, and now when I refresh my front end, my chat is going to be different. So there you go. It's now orange in color, and now if I write something here, I get a notification on my talk account, and all I have to do now is, once the window is open, I need to click on join to join that chat as an agent. So any message that you get here, anything that you send here is delivered to you on that window in this sequence. So you will get all your chats lined up in this sequence. You simply have to click on that chat, the window will open, you click on join, and you're a part of that chat as an agent. So I'm replying to myself, but just to show you, hi, how may I help you? So this is what will be reflected on your users end. So all of this that you're seeing here is completely customizable. This is my profile picture. You can change that to your brand colors. You can just have to go to profile and click on edit profile, and you can modify your profile image. You can upload an image, or you can select an avatar. So just go ahead and choose anything that you want to work with. If you wish to if you want the image to be a brand logo, you can go ahead and upload a file, and it will pick that up. So we're going to go ahead and save that now. So going back to the widget for Platoo.help, there it is. That is your widget, and this is where you can configure your widget settings as well. So widget color and all of that has been changed. We're going to go ahead and move into advanced settings now, because you see that the messages that are being delivered here are still green in color. So to change that, we have to move into the advanced settings tab. This is also where you can change your widget position. If you want to appear it in the top right corner or the top left, you can select the position. It's selected to top right now. So that is where I want it to be. So I'm not going to change that, but you can always customize it to your requirement. You can also customize the widget. This is the preview here. I do not like how this looks, so I'm going to leave it to the default setting. width and height is something that can be customized from here. So right now it looks like this. If I reduce the size, if I set it to 330, and if I reduce the height to 440, it's going to create some changes on my widget that is embedded onto my front end. So I'm going to go ahead and also quickly change so this is the mobile widget, which again we do not want to change, and the agent message color is something that we want to be orange as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a shade of orange again. So I want my agent message to be of this shade, and everything else looks fine. So I'm going to save this. And we did that by going into the advanced settings. So you can access your advanced settings right from here. Next to the tab next to this button is right on the widget color tab, next to the widget color, and you just have to click on advanced, and you would be in this page where you can configure all of this. You can change your chat box ratios and dimension as well. So now when we go back to our front end, we're going to see that this has been changed. So it's as simple as that. It's as easy as that. To remove We're Powered by Talk, you need to purchase their paid subscription for that particular property, and you should be able to remove that from your widget here. So that allows you to customize the branding and promotions as well. So that's how you configure the chat, and that's how you man the chat. For different properties, you will have to create for different chat boxes that you create and different elements of your event page, you'll have to create different properties because you do not want your messages to be delivered, cross-delivered across users. And we're going to teach you, and we'll be teaching you how to do that soon enough. It's very easy. It's not that difficult. But for the help chat, this is all that you need to know. Create a new chat, copy that widget, put it there, and you should start getting your messages here. And we learned how to configure the look and feel and the colors and the font for our chat box. So it pretty much summarizes everything that you need to know for the help widget. And once we start using more of this and we embed more chats onto the different virtual event elements, we're going to be needing to create more properties, and we're going to have to assign roles to different team members as well. Like you can do that from the user management section that says property members. So when you click on property members, you see that I am the only agent that is active right now. So if I were to add more agents and assign them properties, I would have to invite other members by putting in their email address. So if they're a part of your organization and if you've already added them here, you can just go ahead and search them. So invite your team members to create an account on Talk, and then you can search them with their user profile from here, and you can invite that member to be an admin or an agent on your profile. And that's as simple as it is. You can also assign different agents to different chats that you create. So we're going to be learning that in more detail as we move on to the next elements and different kinds of chats that we'll be using. So that was all when it comes to setting up your virtual event help desk. So your virtual help desk is ready to go, and I'm going to show you how to add brochures and how to add downloadable content onto your help desk next. Now we're going to learn how to add downloadable content like agenda, speaker profiles, or brochures onto your help desk. Doing that is very simple. All you need to do is go into the hotspots, that is the second option under help desk. So chat hotspots is different than hotspots, and hotspots are basically very easy and very simple to add. All you need to do is click on hotspot and it should open this form here. And all you have to do is click on enable and select the type of content that you would be uploading. So in this case, I want to upload a speaker profile, a brochure. So I'm going to set the type as pop-up. So pop-up and new tab is as self-explanatory, and when you select pop-up, it's going to pop up in on the page, and new tab is going to open it up in the new tab. So I'm going to click on pop-up for my speaker profile, and I'm going to set the color for my particular hotspot to orange again. So this works. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this. So this is your hotspot color that is going to appear on your help desk. Tooltip text is basically the file, the content that you'll be uploading, which is the speaker profile in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that, and I'm going to choose my speaker profile from my files here. So this is just a dummy template that we have for a speaker profile. Now we would have to position our hotspot. So I want my hotspot to be positioned here. So what I'm going to do is, maybe I'll position it here. So I'll go ahead and pick that point. So it's 565 and 543. So I'm going to put those values on my backend, 565 and 653. And we want the width and ratio to be 20 and 20, which is what we use as a standard for all the hotspots that we've added so far. So I'm going to go ahead and save that and add another, which is going to be my brochure. So I'm going to I want my brochure to open in a new tab. I do not want that to pop up. So I'm going to have the same orange shade, the same orange color that we've just picked up. And so I don't think that the same value has been selected. Yeah, so I'm going to use the same color, and the tooltip text is going to be brochure. So there you go. Now we're going to choose our dummy brochure, and we're going to upload that, and then we have to put the left and top coordinates. So I want it to appear here. So I'm going to use 1309 and 505 as my coordinates. So 1309 and 535 are the coordinates that I have selected, and I think that's just great. And we're going to go ahead and put our standard width and height for our hotspots and save that. Now, once you're done, go to the front end and refresh your virtual help lobby page, and you should see that 2 hotspots have been made active here. One of them says speaker profile and one of them says brochure. So I want to lift this one up here to this level, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a different value. So it's 583 and 515. Let's take a higher value than that. Let's take 581 and 425. So I'm going to change that to 581 and 425. So 581 and 425, and I'm going to save that. That should bring that hotspot up. So there you go. Now to align this to the same level, I'm going to have to raise that as well. So I'm going to do that by taking that new value, which is 1289 and 437. So 1289 and 437, and that should do it. Now when I refresh my page, both the hotspots should be in one level, and it's as simple as that. Now look at what happens when you click on the speaker profile, which we have set to pop up. So it pops up on the same window, and there is your option to download that speaker's profile. When you click on that, your profile will be downloaded, and now we click on the brochure. And when we click on the brochure, it opens up in a new window. And you can just click on save as and you can download that. So these are the two ways in which you can add content, downloadable content, onto your help desk. Next, we'll be learning how to configure the other elements of our virtual event. And before we dive into that, let's just quickly go back to the lobby. And now now imagine a user coming onto your page and going on to, clicking onto this page, click for help and going on to the help desk. This is what the user sees now compared to what we saw earlier. So it's completely decked up with a chat, which can be manned by talk.to and talk.to, and you have your help configured, and you have your downloadable content embedded here as well. So that pretty much summarizes your help desk. Everything that you need to know is right here. And rotating image settings and rotating images and sponsor logos is something that we've already covered, and follows this pretty much the same process. Next, we'll be moving on to the auditorium.